Hello, y'all. We're still here at the film festival. I'm here with Shane. He's one of our filmmakers. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good. How's the film festival treating you this week?
It's really good. It's nice to have something like this just an hour away from where I live in Fayetteville, and it's, I feel like this town really benefits from something like this.
I feel like we're definitely like popping off with like film festivals we have around here, for sure. So you're obviously a filmmaker. I can see that.
Just
so you have a film here, right?
I do.
What's that film called?
Keepers of the Horse, A Tale of the Choctaw Pony.
And then without any spoilers, can you give us a little bit more on like what the summary is, what it's a little bit about?
So, in the world there are a ton of endangered species and there are endangered breeds. This film focuses on the specific indigenous breed of the Choctaw Pony, which is a Spanish Mustang but focused in the Oklahoma, Texas area. It's about a man who has devoted his life to protecting this herd from poachers, hunters, government, and establishing a safe haven for them to live and to grow and prosper.
Wow, what was your inspiration for that?
I was at a conference and we were talking about what my thesis film was going to be for my master's program. We were talking about Hidalgo, and I was like, it would be really cool to shoot a documentary on these types of horses. I wish these horses still existed, and the long distance races. And this guy was like, did you know in Oklahoma they still have these races? And so they're not as long as the Hidalgo race, but they do endurance, 10-mile races, 100-mile races. So I reached out to the guy, didn't hear back, went like a year and a half, went back to this conference, and he was like, did you hear from the guy? No. And so he gave me like a direct contact, got a hold of him. He was like, yeah, come down. And it was this amazing man in his late 70s, and we ended up spending the next 2 years off and on together.
Oh, heck yeah.
And it was going to be my thesis film, but COVID happened and I had to pivot. But this was a really great opportunity for me to be able to get outside.
Yeah.
I would just go down there and he would put me up in this cabin in the middle of these mountains with these horses, and we shot the film.
And then you said this is your senior thesis?
It was going to be my master's thesis,
okay.
But I pivoted on that to looking at the fashion industry and the thin ideal. But now I'm working on my PhD in communications, but not necessarily film, so this was just a passion project. Disney was shooting the same story before, and they were like taking a break, and then I found the story. I mean, this guy just hit it off, and so I was like, well, it'd be really cool to beat Disney.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I do have a question for you. So for the viewers at home, like wanting to be a filmmaker, a director, a writer, do you have any advice for the viewers at home?
Do it for you.
Okay. I love that.
Because filmmaking is hard.
Yeah.
Filmmaking itself is not the hard part. Competing with everyone in the world that wants to be a filmmaker is hard.
Absolutely.
Because there's people that have a lot of money and a lot of connections, and you might not make it right off, so do it for you, because if you do it for you, then you're happy, and if you don't get picked up right away, then you're not losing anything.
Absolutely.
Because it's all about what you want to do and what makes you happy.
Also, I love the way you said that. I don't know, like that. I'm gonna go home with that advice, honestly.
I apply to all these different film festivals, and you don't get in some, and then you lose to like subpar films in your opinion, and it hurts.
Yeah.
So I just have to realize, like, I'm not doing this for anyone else.
Absolutely.
I'm doing it for me. Competing with Disney is kind of funny because one of the best quotes I've ever heard is from Walt Disney: "We don't make films to make money.
Right.
We make money to make films."
Right.
And so that's how I try to live my film life.
And then for the viewers at home, why should they watch your film?
Well, if you like horses, that's one
Obviously.
reason. If you like hope, that's another reason. I poured my heart and soul in this, and I would love it for anyone that has any appreciation for documentary film to give it a watch.
Thank you so much for your time.
Cool, thank you.
Awesome.